Into today's video, we're going to have a look at the possibility of some significant snow again for southwestern parts of the country today and tonight, and into the Midlands as well overnight tonight. And then we'll have a look at the weather for Friday, because it looks like we might have more snow on Friday as the Atlantic moves in. That looks like it's going to end the cold spell though as we go through into the weekend at the start of next week. It does look as though we're going to get a significant increase in those temperatures. Now, before we go on video, I just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlay my weather videos at gazweathervids.com. Please play those videos. You'll be supporting gazweathervids.com by doing that. So we're starting off with the radar pitch. You know, I've got some snow here across central parts of Scotland, central southern Scotland, some quite significant snow. Still got a mix of rain, sleet and snow around these northeastern coasts as well. And then we've got this very vibrant area of echoes coming into the south of the country on the south coast and down into the southwest. There's been some significant snow even down into Cornwall, would you believe, through the course of this morning. And this area of snow, it's actually sleet and rain right on the coast, but snow inland is going to intensify through the course of this afternoon and this evening and gradually move northward. So this is the high resolution NAE precipitation forecast. This is modeled from the UK Met Office. You can find this at the website Weather Online, and this is the current situation at lunchtime today as in terms of what models predicting rain across these southern coastal areas, but coming inland, the suggestion is that we've got snow there further inland. There's a significant snow still going up across the northern and eastern central parts of Scotland, I should say, central and southern parts of Scotland. And notice around these northeastern coasts, that's just suggesting that wintry mix of rain, sleet and snow on those northeastern coasts. As we go through the course of this afternoon into 6 o'clock this evening, the model is suggesting that we get some really intense snow going down here around the southwest over the hills of Dartmoor, Exmoor. There could be over 20 centimetres of snow, I think, if this model is correct, in that very vibrant pink colour there, suggesting some really heavy snow over the hills of southwest England, coming up in towards South Wales and the Bristol area as well as we go through the course of this afternoon into this evening. So there could be significant snow around Bristol in time for the rush hour. And then as we move through in towards midnight, we find that snow pushing across into more other southern areas through the course of the evening, really stretching along the M4 here, going from Bristol down towards London. Could be some snow in London, probably not that significant right in London itself, but certainly say the home counties might get another dumping of snow, I think, over the night. And then that pushes further northwards through the night, getting up through many parts of central west of Wales in towards the Midlands as well. The suggestion that the Midlands will get some more snow, particularly the West Midlands, maybe west of Birmingham, perhaps not quite so much into the East Midlands, but there may be a centimetre or two. But we can't really take this too seriously. This position of this heavy snow could alter very slightly east or west through the course of the next few hours. And then as we move through into tomorrow, that snow is still going there around the Welsh borders in towards the West Midlands as well. There could still be some snow going. Anything up to 10 centimetres possible, another 10 centimetres, 4 inches, maybe more over the high ground. Another significant area of snow certainly seems quite likely with that. And then we move through in towards Friday, and we're looking on Friday at the Atlantic starting to move in, and that's coming up against that cold air. So here's the GFS chart for Friday, the 25th of January, the low pressure in the Atlantic between Scotland and Iceland. We've got a cold front coming in, or an included front coming in across the country. That'll be bringing a mix of rain, sleet and snow to the west. That could give freezing rain, by the way, as it falls onto that very, very frozen and cold ground. But as we push further eastwards, I think there's a risk again with this, as these isobars are elongating, indicating that the weather front is stalling. There is a risk through Friday that we could have some very significant snowfall across the eastern parts of the country, central and eastern areas of the country through Friday afternoon, Friday evening. And let's go into Saturday. That weather system is pushing through, but notice the elongation in the isobars here again indicating we've got a stalling system going on. So again, this does imply that we're seeing significant amounts of snow falling in the east, whereas further west the milder air is coming in off the Atlantic, but it's overlaying that very cold and frozen ground, so I think we do have a risk of freezing rain and ice for more western parts of the country. The ECMWF showing this as well. Again, this is midnight Saturday, so we've brought that trough in across the country through the course of Friday. Notice again the isobars are elongating here. We're getting a point developing along the isobars, indicating that the front is stalling. So again, as that comes into the cold air, the stall will allow the cold air to undercut, and for central and eastern parts of the country we do have the risk of significant snow. Western areas having the risk of significant freezing rain, but eventually that will push through, and then this deep area of low pressure in the Atlantic starts to take over the weather. And just look what the GFS conjures up once we get through to the start of next week. A very, very mild southwesterly wind here blasting in across the country, with the low pressure up to the northwest, the high pressure centred over central parts of Europe. Yeah, we're bringing up that very mild air out of the Azores. And look at the temperatures being predicted by the model for the start of next week, up into double figures, 10 Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit. Very, very mild, and very much milder compared to what we've had in the last few days. So the model's still going for a very mild end, or very mild start to next week, but cold spell ending from Friday onwards into the weekend. So again, we've got the risk of significant snow for southern, southwestern, western parts of the country and the Midlands through the course of this afternoon, this evening and tonight. That snow could still be going across parts of Wales and the West Midlands tomorrow morning. Then we're looking at another substantial snow event possible on Friday as the Atlantic moves in. Will give us the risk of rain, freezing rain and ice for western parts of the country. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on this firming up, and it could be very, very nasty. More eastern areas at risk of significant snow, but beyond that it looks as though we're still thawing out over the weekend, with much, much milder weather coming along for the start of next week. That's how it's looking. I'll keep you updated if there's any new developments. Certainly if there's any developments with this milder weather. I know some of you don't want the cold to go, you're disappointed that the cold might be on its way out. So if there's any sign that the mild weather isn't going to make it, I'll definitely be keeping you updated on that. But at the moment it does look as though it's turning milder over the weekend. But plenty more cold weather and snow to come before we get to that. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.